Hi, my name's Georgia and I'm part of the creative team here at ISSADA Cosmetics. Today I'm here with the lovely model Jo, and together we're going to show you how to achieve a really quick and easy makeup suitable for any day in the office. So when choosing your workwear makeup, there's a couple of key points that we need to consider. The first is pick a product that's going to last long throughout the day without requiring a lot of touch-ups. So it will take you from your breakfast meetings right through to any evening functions. Choose something that's going to enhance your features without altering them. Try and stay away from any dark shadows, anything too colourful or glittery. You can keep those for the weekend. And pick something that's going to make you feel beautiful and confident in yourself. Let's get started. Creating a beautiful complexion takes less than 5 minutes using a couple of ISSADA products, starting with our canvas primer. So we always apply this to a clean, cleansed skin after your moisturiser. If you do prefer to use an SPF during the day, you can apply it before this step as well. As we get older, our skin can become dull and dry, so picking a foundation that's going to be nice and light and dewy or with a luminous finish to it will dramatically improve your skin's tone and texture. The ISSADA collection has 6 foundations, and for a professional look we recommend using a combination of liquid and powder. This will just help to safeguard the wear of your makeup throughout the day from early morning into evening. So today I'll be using our Mineral CC8 on Jo, which does offer that nice light, dewy coverage, and I will be using a sponge. In the privacy of your bathroom at home, please feel free to use your fingers, whatever you need to do and feel comfortable to get the makeup on. So we can start to see Jo's skin becoming beautiful and luminous while still having a fairly natural finish, but she's going to feel just that little bit more covered and ready for the day. If you do like a fuller coverage in your makeup, our Mineral Velvet Cream in the ISSADA range is a beautiful mousse that will take this coverage even further, and it does have more of a matte finish as well, so for those fuller coverage days. So after our liquid application, we do use a concealer specifically under the eye area to help brighten and minimise any dark circles or areas of puffiness. The ISSADA Mineral Liquid Light is similar to an eye cream and has some beautiful skin caring benefits to it to actively reduce that discoloration or puffiness. How's that feeling? Lovely, good. So for a bit of colour, my favourite thing to do is sweep a little bit of our Mineral Lip and Cheek Cream onto the apples of the cheek. Blush should be kept fairly neutral or in a colour suitable for your skin tone, but will instantly lift the complexion. The best part about this super versatile product, it can be used on the lips as well. So a light dusting of a mineral powder, either loose or baked, will help with the longevity of your makeup and set the liquid underneath. It will also add a little extra coverage and can be used for touch-ups if you have time throughout the day. I'm using our beautiful loose powder on Jo this morning, which has light reflective particles in it. So it's going to add to that nice, luminous, glowy complexion that we were looking for earlier. You can see that I'm buffing it on in circular motions with our kabuki brush for a more flawless, even finish. When it comes to eye makeup, the simplest and quickest look to achieve is a colour wash over the eye. So we'll start with our antioxidant shadow magnet, which is an eye primer. So the same reason we use a primer under our makeup, this will help to keep the eyeshadow in place and lasting throughout the day. The last thing we want is shadow that's either completely worn off by the evening or separated and moved into the creases of the eye. If you're really pushed for time in the morning, the shadow magnet alone is enough to cover any discoloration on the eyelid and open and brighten up the eye as well. And just opening for me, Jo. See the difference that's already made. When choosing our eye colours, picking a soft neutral, something with a little bit of shimmer is okay, but stay away from the glitter. So for our colour wash, we want to take this nice soft colour across the lid from the lash line to the socket and softly blend it out. And for a 30-second eye makeup look, this simple shadow technique with a thin eyeliner across the lashes and a coat of mascara is all you need to step out the door. If you have a little bit more time in the morning, we can really start to add some extra definition to the eyes. So especially if you are a glasses wearer or spend a lot of time in Zoom or Skype meetings, it is really important to start to emphasize and bring out the natural shape and color of your eyes. So adding to this color wash, I'm just sweeping a slightly darker shadow in the same color tone through the socket of the eye. If you're looking to add just a second color, you can also use a lighter shade for the inner corner of the eye and slightly under the brow for extra shape. So adding a third or more colour to this eye look will continue to add to the definition. So for Joe, I will put a little extra of a dark brown shadow just in the outer corner of the eye. And you'll start to see that create even more shape without being too dark and dramatic for the workplace.
What kind of brushes are you using, Georgia?
So I'm using the ISSADA brushes. So tools are really important when we're doing a makeup, and actually the quality of your tools will help in the speed and efficiency of application. So a good quality blending brush will save you a lot of time in applying your eyeshadows and even blushes. And like I used a sponge with our foundation application before, you will actually find that good quality tools will help your products last longer and reduce wastage as well. So now that we've got our eyeshadow on, we'd like to add just a little bit of eyeliner. So nothing too thick and heavy. You can wear a black, or you may prefer a soft chocolate brown or a grey, or even a navy blue can sometimes be appropriate, specifically for those blue-eyed beauties out there. So the ISSADA Ultimate Eyeliner pencils are a beautiful, soft, indelible pencil. They go on smoothly and easily, and once they dry or set, are smudge proof, so you won't have to worry about any little touch-ups throughout the day for your eyeliner. So I'm using just a chocolatey brown on Joe today. This is called our Quest in the Ultimate Eyeliner pencil, and just opening for me, Joe. You can see I've just applied a really thin line along the lash line, and it's created a deeper base at the base of the lashes, and is starting to add more definition to that eye shape, and that's really quick and simple to do. Just applying it on the other side now. Now you may like to use some eyeliner on the bottom of the lash line as well. So on the bottom of the eye, so just opening and look straight up for me, Joe. During the day, I would keep this nice and soft on the outer, maybe the outer half or outer third of the eye to open up the eye. On the inner rim, perhaps keep that more to a silver or a white or even a skin tone. That will help to open the eye and make the whites of the eyeball look brighter. So again, especially if you do wear glasses, are staring at a computer screen all day, or spending a lot of time on Zoom, we want that bright-eyed and bushy-tailed look from 9 to 5. So we've finished our eyeshadow and added a little bit of eyeliner. So now we're going to complete the eye look, looking down for me, Joe, with some mascara. So a thick coat of mascara will instantly lengthen and lift the lashes to keep that eye nice and open. Again, you can do a black mascara or a chocolate brown if you prefer. And you may like to incorporate a lash curler if you've got time to curl the lashes for an even more open look. ISSADA has two mascaras, our Lash Sculpt and our Protein. Our Protein is beautiful for every day for a thicker, fuller lash, and our Lash Sculpt provides a longer, curlier lash and a little bit more of a natural finish. Beautiful. Now, brows are equally important. Even if you only have time to comb them, brows really do frame the face, especially if you are a glasses wearer. So the ISSADA brow pencil is a nice soft pencil with a powder-like finish. So I've just combed the hairs upwards and outwards, and even if you've only got 30 seconds, just filling in a few of the little gaps will really make a difference to the brow. If you do have a little bit longer in the mornings, or maybe between waxing or tinting, you may like to go for a more defined look and fill in a bit more of the brow to create a more polished, even shape. The beauty of our brow pencil is it comes with a little comb end as well, so we can comb through a little bit of the product. When it comes to lipstick, there are two essential colours that every woman should have in their lipstick wardrobe. The perfect nude, so often something that's 2 to 3 shades darker than your natural lip colour, but something that's maybe not going to leave too much residue on your coffee cup or water glass. And then also a bright. So a bright can be in either the reds, the oranges or the pinks, but something that will instantly lift the complexion and can make you appear a little bit more polished and confident, even if you've got barely any other makeup on. So always use a lip liner. This will give you a sharply defined lip and prevent the colour from wearing off too quickly or bleeding to the outside of the lip line. The ISSADA Ultimate Lip Liner is similar to the eyeliner pencil that we used earlier. So it's nice and soft with a gel-like texture and isn't going to smudge or bleed over the lip line throughout the day. So you can already see that the colour I've chosen for our nude lip is going to be a similar base and undertone to our lipstick shade. So it's 2 to 3 shades darker than Jo's natural lip colour, and already starting to create a more defined shape. And I've completely coloured in the lip as well. There are a couple of ways of lining the lip if you want a more fuller pout. So you can start with an outline of the lip and draw some feathered lines from the outside in and a little bit of a cross through the cupid's bone. If you were then to completely fill that in with a lipstick or gloss, it will give the illusion of a fuller pout. So lips 3 ways, or in a number of ways. The more traditional, which I'm using on Jo this morning, is a lip liner followed by a lipstick. You could also use a one-step product such as a lip crayon, which can be your lip liner and lipstick all in one product. Or you can be a little bit more adventurous and incorporate a darker lip colour as well as the light one. So you'd do the dark lipstick on the outside of the lip and the lighter colour on the inside, again for a more fuller, or the illusion of a fuller pout. I've chosen our Mineral Cream lipstick today. It's incredibly long wearing, it's hydrating and moisturising on the lips, so no dry chapped lips, and it has a natural sheen to it without being too glossy. And that's our nice nude or neutral shade. So here we have a finished daytime corporate makeup look that's relatively quick and easy to achieve, and we've gone through a number of different steps on how we can keep it more basic or add to it if we have the time allowances. But how often does your workday finish at 5 p.m? More often than not, we'll be walking out the door and heading to either a work function or networking dinner, or it may even be a hot date. So we want to schedule even just 5 minutes at the end of the workday to retouch anything that needs retouching and amp up our makeup a little bit to that next level. So whether that be extra coverage, a more defined eye, and maybe trying out that bright bold lip colour that we talked about earlier. So let's have a look and see how we can make this day to dinner. So allocate dedicating these extra few minutes will instantly refresh your makeup and appropriately glam you up for evening. So the first thing that we'd do is, if required, just a little bit of blotting of the face using a tissue or cotton pad, and then just touching up and adding a little bit of extra coverage using our foundation powder. So you can use the same loose one that we applied earlier in the morning, or for Jo this evening I am using a baked foundation powder that is a little bit more matte in its finish. So I'll just apply some extra coverage here, particularly if you touch your face a lot during the day or have had your phone to the ear. There may be certain areas that require more of a touch up than others to keep you looking fresh and like you've just freshly applied your makeup.
And because we've applied a powder before, we need to go over with a powder. We can't go over with a liquid, can we?
Look, you could go over with a liquid with certain brands, and certainly the ISSADA products, you could do that. But for just a quick touch up, a powder is probably the easiest thing and going to achieve the best finish.
Sure.
So a little bit of extra blush now that we've gone over with our powder. So you can use again the same lip and cheek cream as earlier in the day, or you may like to introduce a powder blush, and it's appropriate to bring in something for evening that maybe has a little bit of shimmer to it, for just a subtle natural glow. Again, just keeping that to the apple of the cheek. So touching up the eyes. So especially if you've already got the 3 shadow colours on there, you may like to deepen the darker shade on the outer corner of the eye, and potentially even bringing it further across the eye for a more intense colour. Keep in mind that in the evening the lighting will be different as well. So you can go for a little bit more of a defined, bordering on dramatic look, while still keeping it professional. So a little bit extra of the darker shadow, just softly blended. We talked about tools earlier as well. Another important factor about selecting a good quality brush is how it feels on the skin. So a nice soft brush hair won't feel scratchy, so it will actually protect your skin as well and not be too abrasive. So amping up our eyeliner now, I'm going in with a black. So again, you may like to use more of a gel or liquid liner for this step, but the same pencil that we used earlier in a black will be nice and quick. And on the other eye. And then just opening and looking up for me. So for evening, depending on your eye shape and how comfortable you are, you may like to introduce the eyeliner to the waterline or inner rim of the eye. This will create, again, more of a dramatic, evening appropriate look, while still being a little bit subtle and professional. Beautiful, extra coat of mascara, and that's our eyes done. Okay, so the final step in our day to dinner look is retouching our lips. So if you have been wearing your nude all day, you may like to break out the bright for the evening. So for Jo, we have picked a beautiful red colour today. So going in with our lip liner again, I am going to start by outlining the lip shape. And then exactly as we did with the nude lip earlier, I will completely colour this in. So you can see that I've completely outlined the lip and then coloured it in. So especially when you are choosing to use a bright or bold lip colour, completely colouring in the lip line, or sorry, the lip with the lip liner will keep the lipstick on for longer, maintain the colour integrity, and will help hopefully prevent getting that ring of lip liner around the lip. So particularly for an evening function where you are likely to be eating and drinking as well as talking a little bit more, We want to make sure that the lip colour does stay on for as long as possible with minimum touch-ups. The red that we've chosen for Jo is a nice, bright classic with just a hint of an orange base to it. Very flattering on Jo's skin tone. And again, this is in our Mineral Cream collection, so it does have a little bit more of that natural sheen to it without being too glossy. A beautiful classic. So there we have our completed makeup look. We showed you how to do, in a couple of easy steps, a very wearable everyday workwear look, and how to then turn it into something more evening appropriate for those networking events or hot dinner dates in only a couple of extra minutes and using only a few products. You can continue to tweak this and make it your own depending on your comfort levels, how much time allowance you've got in the morning, and you can also build on this for occasions such as getting professional photography taken for headshots. If you know that you are going to be perhaps presenting and speaking on stage, we can start to sculpt the face a little bit more as well by introducing products such as a bronzer, for some contouring and highlighting. So I'm just going to quickly do a little bit of that face sculpting now for Jo to finish off our professional corporate makeup look. So key areas for a contour would be under the cheekbone, and then depending on your face shape, lightly along the jawline and a little along the hairline. Think of it like a number 3 or a backwards E shape. The key to a good contour is we want it to be subtle like a shadow and nothing too obvious. But we can start to see more of a defined cheekbone coming through here. The purpose of a contour is to push certain areas of the face back in, create that shadow or hollow area. And then in contrast to where we've contoured, we will add a little bit of a highlight, particularly along the cheekbone, to create a beautiful sculpted shape. Adding this definition makes the face appear more three-dimensional, so particularly, like I said, for any photographic work, if you're speaking on stage in certain harsh lighting, or even just those frequent Zoom or Skype chats. So where we've contoured, now just adding a little bit of a highlight. Again, nothing too shimmery or glittery, just something a couple of shades lighter than your natural skin tone. And I should say that the contour should be, again, a couple of shades darker than your natural skin tone. And we're finished. So I hope you enjoyed our little tutorial today, and practice makes perfect, so get out those products, get out those brushes, and just be confident in your ability and enjoy.